download, and here you go. Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. Usually this is our Manifest Me Mastermind call, and because of these crazy times, I decided to open it up for everybody. And originally this call was intended to be a part of the relationship series. This time we were supposed to talk about romantic relationships and how to manifest a thriving intimate relationship. And in the light of recent global events with coronavirus and, so many people living in fear and stress and overwhelm, I thought it would be more timely for us, to share some tools to help you step into your most resourceful state right now. And then we'll always have extra time to talk about relationships and the magic of manifesting a mind-blowing, amazing, intimate relationship. So today we're talking about our lives that have drastically changed in the last 3 or 4 weeks due to coronavirus. And it's so easy for us to step into fear. It's our knee-jerk reaction, right? To be in fear, to worry, to stress out, to feel anxiety, because all these things are uncertain, right? There is so much uncertainty. We don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. We don't know how long we're going to be here in shelter in place, sitting at homes. We don't know what's going to happen with our finances. So the knee-jerk reaction is to go into fear. And the intention for this call, for me, is to invite you to make a new choice, to make a conscious choice. And instead of being in fear, which is your most unresourceful state, is to make a conscious choice and to, choose something else. So choose something better. Choose to step into your most resourceful state and generate abundance and joy and appreciation and good luck and synchronicity, even in these crazy times. If you're with me, say yes, 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 we can do it, we can do it. So let me tell you what's going on in my life. I always talk about what's present to me. It's like I always say, I bring you freshly baked cookies. I never serve you last week's cookies or some recipe that I read in a fancy book and never tried it in real life. Everything that I talk to you about comes from my own life, and all the tools that I share with you, I do them every day. So this is my reality. I'm now at our Blue Sky Retreat Center, and it has been closed since March 16th. And because it has been closed, our revenues went down 100%, which means I have no revenues coming in. All the retreats are canceled all the way through the end of the summer. And I still have to pay mortgage. I have employees. I have 10 family members that I'm supporting right now. I have utilities. So it's so easy for me to go down that road of stress and worry. Oh, holy crap, how am I going to make it? And the only reason why I share this with you is because maybe your situation is something similar. And because I've been leaning on these tools that I'll share with you today, I've been able to generate a lot of abundance. Honestly, I've been in a really great place internally. I feel really creative. I feel like I'm generating a lot of stuff. And all these miracles are coming into my life from everywhere. And just like A Course in Miracles says, miracles are supposed to be like a natural everyday occurrence. And if miracles are not happening every day, something is off balance. So I just want to set it out there as a foundation and as a background, because I truly believe that if you are in a correct state internally, physiologically, energetically, emotionally, spiritually, then miracles will show up in your life. And not only that, miracles will show up every day in your life. And I always say that I'm a living, breathing proof for that. Okay. So today I'm going to talk to you about everything that I'm doing to help me shift into a more resourceful state. I'm going to talk for a little bit, then I'm going to open it up for Q&A if you guys have any questions. And then also, if you have any of your own tools that you've been using and that have been really, really helpful for you, I would love for you to share and connect and just support and love on each other, okay? If that sounds good, give me a thumbs up, like say yes. Even though you're muted, you can say yeah, or you can say hell yeah, sister. Yeah, good, awesome. So before we start anything else, I know many of you here have been with me for years and you know these concepts, but several of you are joining for the first time. And I'm just gonna talk really quickly about two concepts. One of them being is above the line and below the line, right? So if you were to imagine, let's say a sheet of paper, and on a sheet of paper, there is a line, it's just a horizontal line. And below the line, we have emotions and energies of fear. So anything, just bear with me. I promise you I'll connect the dots, but I need to introduce this concept a little bit. So when we're below the line, when we're in fear, another synonym for that can be worry, doubt, anxiety, self-doubt. Give me some more chat, put someone in the chat window, right? I don't know, grief, depression, sadness. So all of those are synonyms for fear. When we are in fear, which, you know, I would say the majority of the world right now is in fear, is in anxiety. When we're in fear, we're in our most unresourceful state. This is when we're not going to step into our creativity. We're not in our full power. We're just in panic. We're in reaction. The opposite is being above the line, which is the area of love, right? And I call it love, but generally it's when you feel confident, when you feel powerful, when you feel optimistic, when you feel positive. That's when you follow your intuition. That's when you step into synchronicity, good breaks, miracles show up in your life every single day. So we're just going to call it, for simplicity's sake, above the line, you're connected to love. Below the line, you're connected to fear. Above the line, you're connected to what I call the happy face God. You can call it the divine. You can call it the superconscious, you can call it the universe, whatever you want to call it. Just for simplicity's sake, we're just going to say it's a happy face. Yeah, it's a happy face above the line, right? And below the line, because we live in the world of duality and polarity, below the line, you're connected to the unhappy face. It's the opposite, right? That's when we're in fear and we're in depression, we're in sadness. We're dancing with the unhappy face God. When we're connected to love, we're connected to the happy face God. That's when I truly believe we step into the place of synchronicities, good luck. That's when we're our most powerful, resourceful, creative self. That's when like miracles show up in our lives. And I'll tell you also one more thing. It's impossible to serve two masters. You can only serve happy face or unhappy face. You know, I'm not making it religious or anything like that. I'm just simplifying it as like happy face, unhappy face, right? So take all the church stuff out of it. That's just a concept. So everything that I'll share with you today is designed for you to step up above the line because it's always your choice. And my intention for you is to dance with the happy face because that's when miracles happen. That's when, even in this shitty situation with the global pandemic and the whole economy shut down, blessings will still show up in your life and you can still generate revenues, massive revenues, and you can come up with creative ways to thrive even now. Okay, let's take a deep breath. So this is what I do. And just a little disclosure, I did not come up with this stuff. I'm pulling it from many different modalities. I pull it from Tony Robbins. I pull it from my teacher, Suzanne Conrad. I pull it from Miracle Mornings. You know, I pull it from psychology. Like I mix it, and I also make it my own. So this is what I do. Because everything starts with your physiology. It starts with your physical body. You have to tend to your physical body. No matter how sad or depressed or anxious you feel right now, the moment you get off your butt, get off your ass, people, and start moving your body, everything will start shifting. So no matter what, I work out every single day. And I do anything from yoga to running to hiking to beach body on demand, 30 minutes of pure torture. But whatever it is that I choose to do, I work out every single day. And we've been really blessed here to be in this enchanted beauty of Taos, New Mexico, surrounded by mountains. So we've been hiking and mountain running, you know, whatever, trail running. Julia can do that too because she lives in Colorado. So we've been blessed, and we've been able to go outside and work out. And even if you're like in New York City, like Anna, you can do like beach body on demand, 30 minutes, right? What I've also been doing, this is like me opening up my kimono. I'm telling you, I'm like showing you all the weirdness that I do, but this weirdness works, people. It works. So I'm gonna tell you everything that I do. On top of that, so every day I wake up, right? I work out. I do cold plunging. We'll talk about the benefits of cold plunging, literally ice baths every single day, no matter what. Command your body, just do it. And then intermittent fasting. So I'm going to talk about the physiology a little bit, and then I'm going to tell you about the details. So one thing at a time, because I get really excited and sometimes it just go ahead of me. So when I work out, and usually like whenever I do active working out, like running or hiking or even beach body, 30 minutes of jumping around and plyo, I always do incantations. So if you've been with me for many years, you know what incantations are. An incantation is a magic spell. Like in all the fairy tales of the world, like abracadabra, right? Or and it can be evil magic or good magic, right? Somebody says magical words and then something poof happens, right? Now we all say incantations in our everyday life, and we unlock certain kind of magic. Now the problem is most of us say really crappy incantations. So in this day and age, even I caught myself saying crappy incantations like, oh, the economy will never be the same again. Oh, our life will never be the same again. Oh, it's going to take a long time for the economy to recover. Oh, the hotel is probably going to be closed for a very long time. So all of these are really crap incantations. Another example can be like a lot of people will say like, I'm so fat. I'm such an idiot. I will never get married. Oh, I'm so dumb. Are you with me? You know, so whenever you say incantations like that, you unlock that kind of crappy magic. Or you can consciously pick a really powerful incantation, and remember, your words create your worlds. Your words are incredibly powerful. And when you say incantation with a lot of passion and energy, you literally reprogram your mind. So when I go jogging, when I go hiking, I start with, like, literally, I'll tell you what I do. So there are meridian endings on your fingers. This comes from many modalities, right? It comes from Ayurveda. I don't know where the hell it comes from. I think it comes from like somewhere in Asia. But you know, you tap your thumb to your index finger, your middle finger, your ring finger, your pinky finger. So when I go running or jogging, I literally go like this: inhale, 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 exhale, 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 exhale. So I start by that. Ooh, I look weird when I look at myself doing that. Now, remember, I'm walking, right? No matter what, I start by doing that. Then at some point, like 2, 3, maybe 5 minutes into it, I start feeling euphoric. Because remember, this is pranayama. Pranayama, from yogic tradition, we know that whenever we do any pranayama or breathing technique, prana, life force, yama, we get to hone in and direct that life force through our breath. So no matter what, once you start walking, inhale, 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 exhale, 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 you're gonna start feeling euphoric. Then I go into, oh, this is me opening up for you guys. This is such a vulnerable, intimate moment for me, guys. So then I start saying, you know, there are many things that I say. Sometimes I say a mantra. Peace begins with me. Peace begins with me. I know many of you have children. Your children can do this. Peace begins with me. Peace begins with me. So you can do that. Remember, meridian endings, you're working your body on many different levels. On some levels, it's beyond your human understanding. Another thing that I would often do, because remember, those runs are long, you know, sometimes I run for like an hour and a half, 2 hours. Sometimes I take 5-hour hikes. So I have a lot of time. So a lot of times what I also do is I go like this, and this is me combining different modalities, is I say Ho'oponopono prayer. And I'm going to come back to Ho'oponopono later to talk about it in details. But Ho'oponopono goes like this. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. So as I walk, as I jog, as I hike, I do that. And I say Ho'oponopono literally on everybody and everything. I say it to the mountains. I say it to the sky. I say it to my husband. I say it to my mother. I say it to me. I say it to God. I say it to the events from my past. I say it to all the things that I want to create in my future, everything that I want to manifest, my desires. I can do Ho'oponopono like this for literally hours. And sometimes I do. But you don't have to. You can just do it for 5 minutes. If you want to, start with that and play with that. And then lastly, when I jog and I hike and I walk, I say incantations. So my incantations, again, I feel like all vulnerable and funny when I say it to you, but many of you have already heard them. So my incantations, remember, lots of energy, lots of passion, lots of power. So my incantation, as I walk, I say, every day and in every way, I am strong, young, healthy, sexy, charismatic, creative, rich, prosperous, loving, kind, generous, open, divinely guided, infinitely loved, abundantly blessed, unstoppable, unbreakable, unshakable. And I go on and on and on and on until I work myself up to the state of euphoria. I'm going to share with you a couple of videos on that. I recorded that. So after this, I'll send you an email with my incantations. You're welcome to make them your own. You can create your own incantations. But no matter what, do them because they are powerful. And don't be like, every day and every day. But make it like exciting, make it passionate. Every day and in every way, I am strong, young, healthy, charismatic, unstoppable, unbreakable, unshakable. I will lead, not follow. I create, not destroy. I believe, not doubt. Defy the odds. Step up. I always find my way to victory. Give me your fears. Give me your limits. I give you results. And I go on and on and on and on. And what it's doing is it's reprogramming my mind. So I can work myself up in 30 minutes. I say work myself up, but it's shifting my physiology because I'm working together with my body, right? My blood is pumping through my veins. Oxygen flows through my veins, through my bloodstream. I feel all these endorphins. And also I'm working on my mind through saying incantations with power, energy, and feeling. So by the end of my workouts, I feel unstoppable. Are you with me? Just try it. This stuff works and it's powerful. So what I do then is I do a cold plunge. And some people like to take showers, cold showers. I think a cold bath is much more, if you have a pool, hey, jump in the pool. You know, at this point, our pool is closed right now, but soon it will be. I'll be jumping in the pool. But right now, all I do is just fill up the bathtub with water. And this comes from Wim Hof. There is a special breathing technique that you use. And at this point, I can sit in that ice cold water for about 5 minutes. I think Raja and I will be ready pretty soon to fill it up with ice and start like ice baths. But what it does, you guys, if you're not familiar with Wim Hof, ice, he's also called the Iceman. Your cold plunging really strengthens your immune system. It helps you calm down your vagus nerve, That's a nerve that is responsible for stress, overwhelm, and anxiety, because we all are on some level, whether or not you realize it, we have stress and anxiety, even if it's just somewhere in the back of our subconscious mind. So the vagus nerves relaxes, your immune system strengthens. So I'm going to combine the concepts a little bit here. Where's my notes? Here they are. So what I do is when I go do my cold plunging ice baths, I use the Voo breathing. Now I'm combining different modalities, pranayama techniques, but Voo breathing comes from a great trauma specialist by the name of Peter Levine. So #1 trauma specialist. On some level, we are all going through a global trauma experience. So you can do Voo breathing when you're just sitting like me right now, but actually we're gonna do it together right now. Or you can do Voo breathing when you're doing cold plunging into a bathtub filled with ice. Now, because I like to up level, right? I up level with the ice baths. I do it together, but you can do it here sitting on your chair and it's going to be just as effective. So Voo chanting, what it does is it also calms down your vagus nerve. It helps you calm down your nervous system. So you shift out of your fight or flight state and you calm down. And again, you step up above the line into your most resourceful state. Are you with me? We're combining all these modalities together, and you can do them separately if you want to. So Voo chanting, you create a vibration in the lowest part of your belly. And when you do that, somebody actually, my friend who is a medical doctor, her name is Dr. Mesa Alavi, she made a Facebook Live event. For some reason, Facebook took it down. But she's an MD, but she also leans a lot on the homeopathic medicine. And she was talking about a similar breath. She didn't call it Voo breath, but she called it like humming breath. In yoga, we call it a variation of it can be a buzzing bee breath. Now, many of you did my teacher training, so you know what I'm talking about. For today, we're just gonna call it Voo chanting. It comes from Peter Levine. So you inhale deeply, you pause for a moment, and as you exhale completely, you say Voo, and then you pause. And then you inhale again. So let's do that together. So just exhale everything out of your lungs and take a really deep breath in. Pause for a moment. And as you exhale, say Voo, Voo. And then at the end, you pause a little bit and then you inhale again. Voo. Voo. Immediately, do you guys feel the shift? It like totally calms down your nervous system. You can do it with your children. A lot of us are homeschooling right now. Now, I've been homeschooling my kids for over a year right now. So I know you use and you lean on anything you can get your hands on. Like when your kids are going totally nuts and crazy, maybe they're fighting, they're just like, stir crazy. You can do Voo chanting with them together. It will calm down your nervous system. It will help you to step out of that flight or fight fear state into a more a resourceful state. Remember, it helps you deal with trauma, clear out your trauma. It works on many different levels, physiologically, energetically, emotionally, spiritually, that may be even beyond your understanding. But no matter what, this stuff works, you guys. I do Voo Chanting before I go to bed, and I also do it when I'm about to, like when I do my ice, cold plunging or ice baths. So working out, moving your body, incantations, and cold plunges. You can do it all in a matter of an hour or even less, right? All of this will create a physiological shift in your body. It will get your endorphins going. It will get oxygen into your body flow, and it will strengthen your immune system. The last thing that I've been doing is intermittent fasting. So intermittent fasting is also very helpful to strengthen your immune system, because the vast majority of energy that we extend every day is consumed by our digestion. So the moment you do intermittent fasting, that energy can be used for something else, for healing, for your strengthening your immune system. I like to think that all this energy that I'm not spending on digestion, I get to use that energy to generate abundance, to manifest magic, to step into that vibration of energy where everything happens with ease and abundance and miracles. So like whatever meaning you attach to it, intermittent fasting is really incredible thing. So I'll tell you how I do it. You can Google intermittent fasting. Some people fast from 8 p.m. until 12 p.m. next day. But this is how I do it. So I wake up in the mornings, and now I've been slacking a little bit. Usually I wake up at 4 because there isn't much to do these days. I wake up at 6, I sleep in. I start my morning always with meditation, praying, and journaling. Then, I get my kids ready. I feed them breakfast. I sit them down to do their homeschooling remotely. And then Raja and I work out. After that, we do our cold plunging, and we eat breakfast around 10:30, sometimes 11 a.m. And then we do our work, blah, 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 and we eat lunch at 3. And then we don't eat again until 11 o'clock next day. So from 3 p.m. until 11 a.m., we're intermittent fasting. And we just drink water. I love the feeling when I wake up in the morning. I feel lightness. I feel lots of energy. I feel rested. We drink water in between. It strengthens my immune system. I like the way I feel. I like the way I look. I highly recommend intermittent fasting. Of course, some days we just like decide to drink wine and, whatever. But, most of the time, this is our schedule. And I invite you to try it out. It's really powerful. And most importantly, it strengthens your immune system right now in the age where, we're in the global pandemic of coronavirus. We need to strengthen our immune system. So let's us all take a deep breath right now. If you have any questions about what I've talked about so far, you can put them in the chat so you don't forget. So the next thing that I want to talk to you about is the Japanese healing modality called, hopefully I'm not going to screw it up, and as I said, Jin Shin Jyutsu. Again, this is a technique that you can do with your children too. It calms down your nervous system. It helps you deal with trauma, anxiety, overwhelm, stress. Here's the deal, you guys. I meant to tell you this in the beginning, and I kind of forgot about it, so I'm going to talk about it right now. So a lot of times what happens is, because all of you here are spiritual people, right? You wouldn't be on this call if you didn't believe in all the things that I'm talking about. So I know from my own personal experience, a lot of times whenever I start feeling overwhelmed, stress, and anxiety, subconsciously I shove it aside and I make a new choice. I know that fear is an unresourceful state, so I choose to step out of fear. But sometimes in doing that, I don't let myself process the emotion. And whenever we don't process the emotion, we'll bottle it up or shove it down, it will flare up and come out. Like sometimes it will come out as a low back pain, or the neck hurts, or if you have any sort of like autoimmune diseases, it tends to flare up, or some gut issues, you know, Crohn's disease and things like that. So in the past, I've had, all of a sudden, I would have shingles. You know, last year I had shingles and I was like, what the heck is going on? Like, I'm physically healthy. But then I realized, like, on some level, I was shoving down the overwhelm and stress. Recently, a couple of months ago, I got myself so sick. I was throwing up so much, so I had to go to the hospital and get 3 bags of IV. So sometimes if you're not aware, you know, this is why I'm giving you these next 2 techniques that will help you acknowledge whatever it is that you're feeling, move that emotion through your body so it doesn't get clogged up and show up in the form of a disease or, you know, low back pain or throwing up or shingles or stuff like that. Are you with me? Because our bodies, you know, our physical body is intricately related with our emotional body, spiritual body, our energetic body. All of it is interrelated, and we're all psychosomatic. Whether or not we realize it, we are psychosomatic. So these next techniques will help you process the emotion and move it through you rather than suppress it. So Jin Shin Jyutsu method, you can use it with your children as well. So let's do that together. Take your right hand and put it on your forehead, and put your left hand on your heart. And just close your eyes and take a deep breath in. And big exhale. Inhale and feel the comfort of your own touch, your hand on your forehead, your hand on your heart. And exhale. Inhale, breathing in the warmth, the loving touch of your own hands. Feel it. Exhale, feel for softening all the areas surrounding your heart. Relax your forehead. And one more deep, luxurious, feel-good, delicious inhale. And big exhale. So the next position for this Japanese modality is left hand stays on your heart, right hand on your low belly. And again, close your eyes. Take a deep inhale into the lowest part of your belly. Exhale, relax your belly. Inhale the loving touch of your own hands, the warmth of your own hands into your heart, into your belly. Exhale, feel for relaxing, feel for letting go of that residual tension in your belly, in your heart. And one more delightful, feel good, pleasurable, joy-filled breath in. And breath out. And then open your eyes. Do you feel it? It's like, it's very calming. It calms down your nervous system. Again, you can use it with your children as well. It's called Jin Shin Jyutsu, Japanese healing modality. And the last thing that I wanted to share with you before we open it up for Q&A or any sort of input or ideas. Somebody had a question. How many times do you do the breathing? Which breathing? It depends, like Voo breathing or this Japanese healing, until I feel a relief. I do it until I feel calm. You know, for some of you, some people like to put on a timer for like 5 or 10 minutes. You can do that. So whatever works for you. Also know that when you do this breathing, it's also a form of meditation, because both of these Voo Chanting and Jin Shin Jyutsu technique, they help you focus on your breath. And the moment you focus on your breath, which is a meditative state, by the way, you let go of your monkey brain. You get to calm down your thoughts. You have one focus, which is your breath. It calms you down. It calms down your nervous system. It helps you not think all the crazy thoughts. And I'm just going to go ahead and tell you this. Deepak Chopra says, so many of you are doing this abundance meditation challenge with me. And I like how Deepak says that you get to connect to the universe. You get to connect to the source in those moments between your thoughts. In other words, you manifest, you step into abundance. You step into that vibration of what you want, your desires, in the moments between your thoughts. Because your thoughts, your crazy thoughts, will jack it all up. Those thoughts, oh, economy is going to take a long time to recover. Blah, 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 everybody's getting sick. Oh, we're all going to get coronavirus. Blah, 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 blah. All those crazy thoughts, those are the things that jack you up, right? So calm down through these breathing techniques, through meditation, because on a different level, you're manifesting magic in those moments between your thoughts. So the longer the moments between your thoughts, which we accomplish through these breathing techniques and meditations, the more powerful your manifest magic skills muscles become. Okay, take a deep breath right now. Did it answer your question, Natalie? Cool, yeah. So the last thing that I want to share with you today is the EFT technique, emotional freedom technique, or commonly known as tapping. I love emotional freedom technique because I've done lots of different things, you guys. You know, I've done lots of trainings and seminars and books, and blah, 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 blah. Like I've done a lot of different things. And I'll tell you that EFT is super powerful. It's very efficient. It's very quick. So, you know, like you can sit in meditation for 5 hours, you can sit in meditation for 10 days, or you can do EFT and it's going to get you there much quicker. So some people describe EFT as in, it's like something at the intersection of acupressure, acupuncture, and modern day psychology. So EFT, there are different things that you tap, right? It's a tapping technique. The first point is a carotid chop point. There is another one between these bones of your ring finger and your baby finger right here. It has a fancy name. I call it, sorry if your children on the line, I call it oh shit point. You use it in the moment where you're like, oh, you need that right now. This crap is not gonna work. I need the oh shit point. So we're gonna do with oh shit today. Then you tap at the eyebrows right here. You can use one hand or both hands. You tap at the sides of your eyes. You tap under your eyes. It's not hard. You don't have to like hit yourself, just a little bit. Under your nose, under your chin, collarbones, under your arm here, like if you're a woman, you know where your bra strap is right here. Mark, you're just gonna have to imagine that. And then at the top of your head here. So these are all the tapping points. This is why I like EFT. So at first, what we're gonna start with is we're gonna tap on the most pressing issue. I mean, we can have a lot of different pressing issues at different points in time. Today, because we're talking about coronavirus and global pandemic, I'm just gonna assume that whatever I'm feeling is very similar to what you're feeling, which may be not exactly what I'm feeling, but maybe similar. So I feel like worry. I tend to be worried, like worry of what's to come, worry about economy, worry about my family's health, worry about how I'm gonna provide for all these people, worry for my business. So like I worry. Maybe for you it's fear, maybe for you it's anxiety or something like that. But we're gonna tap on fear, worry, and anxiety. And before we start, just take a deep breath. Now, this is when you connect to your intuition. You can close your eyes for a moment and like listen for the number between 1 and 10. The first number that pops up into your mind, that's the number. So from a scale from 0, meaning no worry, no anxiety, no fear, to 10 is in a lot of stress and worry, how would you rate your level of worry, fear, anxiety, and stress right now? And the first number that pops up, you can just like make a mental note, or you can make write it down. So for me, it's 8. Right now, it's 8. So we're gonna start with the oh shit point. So tap here, and you can close your eyes if you want. And you can just repeat mentally after me. So take a deep breath. Just repeat mentally after me, even though I feel overwhelmed, I feel worry and anxiety, I fully and completely love and accept myself. And even though I feel fear, I feel overwhelm and stress and tension and worry about the future, I fully and completely love and accept myself. Even though I feel all these below the line feelings, I fully love and accept myself. And then we're going to go through the points, and we're not anchoring down these emotions, but rather we're acknowledging them, and we'll let these emotions flow through us. So you can repeat mentally after me, tapping at the eyebrow, all this stress, all this anxiety. Tap at the sides of your eyes, all this overwhelm, all these worries. Take a deep breath, tap under your eyes. I'm worried about my financial situation. Tap under your nose. I'm worried about my health. I'm worried about my family's health. Tap under your mouth. I'm worried about what future will hold, all this uncertainty. What's going to happen with my kids? What's going to happen with my family, my mom, my dad? Tap at the collarbones. I worry for my own health. I mean, like, coronavirus is a serious deal. Now in the news, even young people in their 20s are getting it. A girl in Belgium, 12-year-old girl, died from coronavirus. I feel stress. I feel overwhelmed. I feel fear. Tap under your arm. I feel all this anxiety and fear and overwhelm. Tap at the crown of your head. All this stress, all this uncertainty, all of these worries. Tap at the eyebrows. So remember, we're just acknowledging our feelings. So right now, take a deep breath and just feel all the feelings. Feel the fear. Tap at the sides of the eyes. Feel all the anxiety. Tap under your eyes. Acknowledge all your worries. Tap under your nose. Worries about your health. Tap under your mouth. Everything that you hear on the news is just scary. Allow yourself to feel the emotions that arise. Tap at the collarbones. Just acknowledge all the feelings that you feel, knowing that it's a global pandemic. For the first time in your life, in our lives, we're in this situation. And we're all in it together. Tap under your arm. I'm not alone. I'm not alone. Tap at the crown of your head. We're all in this together. All the people around the world, we're in this together. Tap at the eyebrows. I'm not alone. Tap at the side of the eyes. I have a whole support system at my fingertips. Tap under your eyes. I know that if I get off my butt and I move my body, certain things are going to shift in my body. I'm going to create a shift in my physiology. Take a deep breath. Tap under your nose. This chick Albina is saying, if I say out loud all these crazy incantations, I'm going to reprogram my brain. I'm going to step into my power. I'm going to create a shift. Tap under my mouth. So she's saying that if I do cold plunging, these ice baths, which sounds a little bit crazy, she's saying that my immune system will strengthen, that I'll create a shift in my physiology, my thoughts will change, my emotions will change, my energy will change. Tap at the collarbone. So I have choices. I have choices. There is something that I can do. Tap under your arm. When I find something to do, something helpful, something useful, when I shift my thoughts, when I create a new pattern, when I make a new choice, tap at the crown of your head. I get to lean on all the support and love that is available to me at all times. Tap at the eyebrows. All I need to do is open up and receive. Receive inspiration. Receive blessings. Receive favor, creativity. Tap at the sides of the eyes. When I am in my most creative, most resourceful state, when I move my body, when I breathe, when I calm down my crazy thoughts, tap under your eyes. When I'm in my most resourceful state, I receive creative ideas. I open up to creative opportunities for abundance. Tap under your nose. I open up for miracles. Tap under your mouth. I open up for miracles, for divine guidance, for inspiration. Tap at the collarbones. I open up for synchronicity, for good luck, good breaks. Tap under your arm. And because of that, I can experience abundance, blessings. I can thrive even in these challenging times. Tap at the crown of your head. I choose to thrive. I choose effortless ease. I choose and expect miracles right now. And then just relax your arms down and take a deep breath. And then coming back to that most pressing issue, the fear, the worries, how would you rate them right now? So don't overthink it. Whatever number that pops into your mind, just go there. To me, it just went down to 1, which is good. But I've also been doing tapping like every day. If for some reason your number went up, you can just do tapping again. I have lots of different tapping on my YouTube channel, on my Instagram. So there are lots of tapping resources on the internet. You can just Google EFT or tapping, and maybe you can jive with some other teacher, some other technique, wording and stuff. But at this point in my life, I can just talk myself through it. And I find it very, very effective. And the more I do it, the easier I calm myself down. Now, I just want to say that all of these techniques that I shared with you are designed to calm down your nervous system. They're all designed to help you shift out of fear without suppressing your fear. Feel your worries, feel your anxieties, feel your overwhelm, and yet shift to a completely different state. And even if that shift is tiny, right? You cannot serve 2 masters at one time. You can only connect to the happy face or the unhappy face. One or the other, never both. And your choice, the choice is always yours. You were born with free will, right? Nobody, not even God, can make you do anything. So you always have choice. And what I'm inviting you to do today is make a new choice. Choose to step out of fear, choose to step above the line, dance with the happy face God, so that you can go into that energetic vibration of creativity, power, blessings, miracles. Even in these challenging times, you can experience miracles every single day, which I do. And I'm not saying it to brag. I don't think it just falls down on my lap, because I truly believe that if you want to have the results, you must have the discipline, right? Tony Robbins says that if you want the results, you have to have the discipline, which doesn't mean work your butt off, don't work hard, which means that that discipline may be just your inner hygiene. Every day I get up, I work out. Every day, no matter what, I cold plunge. Every day I spend 5-10 minutes in meditation, and that can be your discipline. And when you do that discipline every single day, I guarantee you'll have the results. If nothing else, you'll have creative ideas visit you. And then all you do is just you obey your intuition, you just do it. And the more you do it, the more you step into this divine flow of life, the more miracles and show up in your life. Like it's like this magic. Everything in this universe works in the most perfect way. And we all shape our destiny. We shape our own reality. And the sooner you recognize that, the sooner you'll start creating the life that you actually desire, instead of being a victim, instead of like feeling sorry for yourself. You and only you shape your life, shape your reality at any given point in time, through your thoughts, through your actions, through your inner state, through your energy. Okay? Let's take a deep breath. This is all I've got for you today. So this is the time that you get to ask questions. So you can unmute and ask questions. Even if you don't have questions, maybe you can like say, oh, Albina, this crap didn't make any sense. You're a completely crazy lady. I don't even know why I'm listening to you. I can't help myself, but I'm listening to you. I've been drawn to this call. You're magnetizing me. You're hypnotizing me. So I don't know why, but I'm just going to do it. Just give me something. What did you think? Did you find it helpful? Tell me. Go, Andrea.
I like to go first because I actually wanted to reach out to you a few days ago or weeks and tell you that I was away for a week. When I came back, I felt bad, like so much pressure going on and stuff. I've been fine until that point. And then I said, no, I can't let it happen. So I did the tapping meditation. It was like this. Mm-hmm. And I've been completely fine. I mean, I'm not lying. Like that, I've been doing meditation. I'm not working out every day. I'm not really with that discipline, but I've been the source of calm for many people, and I feel proud of that. Good. And I've been like honestly so good. And yes, of course, I'm worried and everything else that you said, but somehow it's working out. And I think that because I found you again last year, if this had happened before I found you again, I think it would have been different. But it's been honestly really good. I've been doing or trying to do everything that we've been working on, and it's working. So I'm really happy.
I'm so happy to hear that, Andrea. Thank you so much for sharing. You know, and I'm breathing it in too. So a big part of it is also breathe in the heartfelt compliment. So thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. And I think it's all divine guidance. There are no coincidences in life. So everything happened exactly the way it needs to happen, and in exactly the way it needs to happen. So I know that you and I crossing paths together last year was no coincidence. Maybe it was all in preparation for this here and now. Yeah, cool. Thank you. Yeah. Anybody else?
Maya and I wanted to say how much we've really enjoyed all of this. Huh, Maya?
Hi, yeah. Maya. Hi, cutie. Hi, cutie.
It's been very inspiring, and it's so easy for me
Hi.
to go into fearful thoughts right now. And I've been doing the meditations every day, and I was super excited because I didn't think anybody would do a group with me, and I got 15 people in my group, which has been really inspiring. And I spent the whole day building this business for myself that because I took these leaps and took your advice, I left my job and I'm starting this new job and this new business and all of this. At night, my 5-year-old and I do vision meditations together, and so it's really changed our whole lives. It's been awesome to see.
So happy to hear, Julia. Thank you. Thank you. You know, I always say you're doing the work. I'm just giving you some, you know, nudges, like do this, or how about this? I'm just like, maybe I can inspire you. Hi, cutie. But you are doing the work.
Yeah. Well, and I know that I'm capable, and I forget that. So I'm so grateful to have somebody remind me every day that I'm capable, because then I do it. Then I stop resisting and I just do it.
Awesome. Thank you. Hi.
Bye.
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 My first time.
Anybody else, you guys? Hi, Jill. Thank you so much for joining us.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for the invite. And everything was very helpful. It feels really good just to have, to be with a group of people again. That's all, you know, like-minded. And it just, I don't know, it strengthens you throughout this particular time.
Yeah.
And yeah, so glad to be here. Glad you invited me. Hello, everyone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, thank you, Jill.
Okay,
And
you're
also,
welcome.
you know, I know it can be a challenging time as a yoga studio owner. So Roger and I are doing our best to share with you everything that we know, how to navigate this area of business, you know. So I hope that what we've been sharing with you has been helpful. And we're going to do another call on the 15th, actually. So you'll see an invitation about that. It's for just the yoga studio owners.
Okay, well, I will be present.
Yeah.
Thank you, Albina.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Okay. Let me see.
All right. Anybody else? And it goes 1 and 2. Last chance. Anybody? All right. Well, again, thank you so much, you guys. I'm going to go ahead and, share this. Andre, did you want to say something?
No, I just wanted to say thank you about it.
Yeah, you're mostly welcome. So I'm going to share with you my crazy videos about incantations. Please don't judge. I'm only offering it with a place of love and support. I recorded this like my incantations with you. Incantations is really something really, really powerful. And you know, like I learned these from Tony Robbins, and I've been talking to my friends. You know, I have friends from all over the world from the Tony Robbins community. And like these dudes that I did the seminars with, you know, I just talked to a guy from Italy and he's like, oh, I forgot about that. I'm like, how can you forget about that? I do this crap every day. So like we forget, you know, like we have all these tools in our tool belt and we just forget. I forget. So I'll just share with you what I've got in my tool belt, and hopefully we can all do it together if you find that useful. All right, well, let's all unmute and say goodbye. So let me unmute you.
Bye.
Bye, cutie.
Bye.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Yeah.
I love you all. We can do it. We can thrive even in these challenging times, you guys. We can do it. I love you all, and thank you so much for joining, and I'll see you soon. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.